Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. If you're familiar with my channel, this is not my RV. So we had to take the RV in to get some work on, and so it is in the shop for the week, so I'll be filming my videos here from a hotel room. So welcome to my hotel office. You can probably see my cat wandering in and out of the shot back there because we had to bring the cats also. Obviously, I'm not going to leave them in the RV, and that's been an traumatic experience for them. So they're getting used to the place slowly, one more than the other. But anyways, let's get down to why you clicked on this video, sales tax and Amazon. So first things first, obviously I am not a sales tax expert. I'm not a tax expert. I'm really not an expert in any kind of way. I'm just sharing with you what I've done and what I've learned through selling on Amazon. So I'm not really going to tell you what to do or what not to do anyways in this video. I'm more just showing you where things are at and how to do things. So there's that. But remember, I am not an expert. If you need actual tax advice, please talk to a tax expert. So in this video, I'm going to cover the difference between a sales tax resale certificate and a EIN. I'm also going to show you how you can see what states Amazon already is collecting sales tax for on your behalf. I'm going to tell you how you can set up your default tax code, because that is something you definitely should do, as well as a few other just little tips and tricks as I go through. So first thing is, I think it was in 2018, there was a court case, South Dakota versus Wayfair, and Wayfair is obviously wayfair.com, where whatever happened with the case, the ruling was actually in our favor as Amazon sellers, because before this case, I, as a seller, actually had to remit sales tax to every state where I had Nexus. And Nexus means if my product went to that state, either the warehouse or someone bought it, I was responsible for sales tax paying to that state. So if I sold something in Wisconsin and California and Texas, I had to pay all those states their sales tax. So this case made it so where now Amazon has to do that, because Amazon is the responsible party here. Hallelujah, because oh my gosh, let me tell you, that was a pain having to do all that. If you want to see the states where Amazon is already collecting sales tax, I counted them up. It's like 43. There's 5 states that don't even do sales tax, like Oregon, where I'm from. And so what is that? We're at like 48 states. There's 2 states missing that you are technically required to remit if you have Nexus. So if you just want to see it for yourself, here's how you get there. You just go to settings, tax settings, go ahead and click on that. And then right here at the top, all this dark gray area, that is the states that Amazon is already collecting sales tax that you do not have to worry about as an Amazon seller. If you're selling other places, that's a different story. But as an Amazon seller, you don't have to worry about, because Amazon is already remitting the sales tax for you. So you can see here, there's a lot of them. Like I said, I counted them up and there was 43. The next thing I'm going to show you is the default tax setting. When I started, again, I had to do the sales tax on my own. And so you have to set this either here, which is where you should do it, or as you're listing every single product. For a year at least, I was doing this manually on every product. It was causing so much extra time. I just literally didn't know there was a setting where I could say, okay, all of mine are this. So I highly recommend doing it. Here's a screenshot of what it looks like in your app. If you have not set it, if you're a new seller, you'll see this. You can go ahead and skip on by it, but you really do want to set this, because that's telling Amazon I need to charge tax on this, because obviously Amazon needs to charge tax where they're supposed to charge tax. So just right here is the default product code. If you are a seller who's selling all beauty, you would go ahead and click the one that goes, so you can see these are all clothing, different things. So like technically you probably should say what each item is, because obviously some states charge no sales tax on food, some do on food. Like there's different taxes for different things, because taxes are anything but easy. What I do though is I just say it's a general tax. It's just whatever general tax, like make it easy. So that's the one I have it set to. That's the one I've always picked when I had to do it all myself, except for it was a grocery, then I would do it. And it's like, if it's a candy, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, again, this is just in your settings, tax settings. You just scroll down here, click that, and go ahead and set that as your default. And now you're good to go. You won't see that little thing when you're scanning or inputting product anymore. It'll just be set. That's what it's gonna go to. Okay, so now the next question comes up a lot when talking about ungating and my ungating guides, because for the toy guide, you do need a resale or sales tax certificate. And I think also it asks for an EIN. The good news is they are free in most states. I think Florida is the only state that I know of anyways that actually charges you to have a sales tax certificate, which is a pain, but it's also worth it. So the main difference between the two, the EIN is a federal number that comes from the IRS. You can literally just Google EIN, and it'll come up, it's like irs.gov, and then it's small businesses, blah, blah, blah. And there you go. It looks like this. You just apply for it. You could get it in minutes and you're good to go. It's just a form that you save and then you have your number. What it is like you have your social security number for your personal, and then this EIN is your business number. You don't have to have a business license. You don't have to be an LLC. You can be a sole proprietor and get this. Now the sales tax is also called, when you go to look for it, you'll see it called sales and use tax. This is something that comes from each individual state. So I always recommend going to the home state that you're in to get this. So what it is it's telling a wholesaler that you're buying from that they do not have to charge you tax because you're tax exempt, because you're going to go ahead and resell it. And then when you resell it, that's when tax will be charged. So to get this, again, you just go to your state's Department of Revenue. You can literally Google your state plus Department of Revenue or even sales tax and go ahead and it'll pop up. Just for this exercise, I went ahead and did Michigan. So we have here, it's usually under business taxes. So we have Michigan and then business tax, and it's right here, sales and use. I'm telling you, it's on almost every single one. Not only does Florida pay, it also makes it a little more difficult. Sorry. And then you want to scroll to where it looks like you want to start a new business. That's what you're doing here. So right here we have new business registration. Go ahead and click it, and then you just go through this process. Almost all of them, I've not encountered any that it's actually paper. You can do it right online. Some will actually mail you a physical license. I don't know if you've been to like a hair salon where they have the thing on the wall. It kind of looks like that. It's just a license from the state saying, here's your license. So that's what the sales tax is. Again, that's sales tax is state level, EIN is federal level. And the great news is that if you get my Topical and grocery guide, you don't actually need any of this. You don't need anything. You can just go ahead and start getting ungated right now. If you're doing toys, then you do need this, and it's fairly easy to get. Like I said, the EIN is pretty quick. The state, it depends on your state. It can be quick or it can be a little more slow. So definitely go ahead, and while you're doing the grocery ungating, you can start on this and then get that ball rolling. Because Q4 is just around the corner, I made a package bundle. So I have my Q4 guide for new retail arbitrage sellers, Amazon sellers. It's just walking you through my past 3 Q4s, what I've sold, like actually what I sold with photos, and my strategies for reading the advertisements, for planning sourcing trips, for what I actually buy, what I sell, all that stuff. That is in the guide, and I bundled them together so you get both of my ungating guides, the toy and the topical, all together, and you save money because I'm all about saving money. So that is it for this Amazon selling video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or want to see any future videos from me, please let me know, and I will see you back here for another Amazon selling video.